On election night, people across the United States will focus on maps with red and blue states as the popular vote for the Democratic and Republican presidential candidates comes in. But the only number that will put one of them in the White House is 270. On December 15th, a total of 538 people will assemble in the 50 states and the District of Columbia and cast ballots. These people are electors in an institution called the Electoral College. It was set up under the U.S. Constitution to elect the president. Professor Curtis Gans at American University describes how each state's number of electors is determined.
Those electors are in number the congressional delegation in each state, 2 for the Senate and however many representatives, and they are elected by winner-take-all vote in the states.
2 states, Nebraska and Maine, are an exception to the winner-take-all rule. George Washington University professor Dennis Johnson says the Democratic and Republican parties are fixated on capturing a majority of the 538.
When you think about the strategy of an election, the most important number is 270, and that's the number of electors that will get you over the top. And any combination of states that has 270, that's the magic number that you're really looking for.
But each candidate's pursuit of these states is different, as Professor Gans explains.
Every candidate in this polarized country at this point, starts with a number of states that are clearly their states to win, and a number of states that they're states to lose.
In the middle, there are states that could go to either candidate. That's where Democrats and Republicans mount their biggest efforts. Democratic marketing strategist Peter Fenn.
You have to make really hard choices when you're going out there and where you're going to campaign, where you're going to put your dollars, where you're going to put your effort to get that 50% plus one that takes you over the top.
The states that could go for one candidate or the other are called battleground states. Sometimes the battles have become national dramas. It happened in 2000 in the contest between Republican George W. Bush and Democrat Al Gore. Gore had won the national popular vote by 500,000 votes. But in Florida, the vote was so close a recount was started. Both sides fought for weeks over the way the recount was conducted. The Bush team took the issue all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. On December 13, it effectively ended the recount. Florida's 25 electoral votes put George W. Bush in the White House, with 271 electors to Al Gore's 266. Both parties are so entrenched in the current Electoral College that Professor Dennis Johnson doesn't expect a change to a proportional system or direct voting.
The parties are kind of looking over the strategy and looking over the map and say, for us, no, let's keep it the way it is, winner take all.
Jeffrey Young, VOA News.